Hey, what's up guys? I want to do a video here on some cord ends and how to use them with lanyards. I had someone recently send me a message who was having a hard time using these, and he asked if I can, just make a video on it and show you how to do it. It's pretty straightforward. There's a couple little tips I guess I can give you, but for the most part, you can kind of figure it out on your own. But it's a good chance to show you the different kinds of cord ends. I get all mine from countycomm. They, you guys know I'm a big fan of the website. They happen to sell paracord at really great prices, so I get my paracord from them as well. And then these cord ends are just real cheap, so if I'm placing an order with them for something else, I'll always throw this into my order just so that I have extras. But there's 4 different kinds here. The bottom 3 bags are the same type of cord end, which is here. They're just 3 different colors. So here's one kind, or one type. Then these 3 are totally separate, and I got one of each to show you here. So here's 3 or 4 rather different kinds of cord ends you can use, and I'll show you how to use each one. For demonstration, I have a piece of paracord here. It's 550 paracord in OD green. Now I have both ends. I get the other end here. I have both ends cut already, or not cut, burned. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start fresh as if you just cut your own paracord here, and show you how to burn it and how to prep it and all that kind of stuff. So it makes it easier using these. So let me push these out of the way for a second. First thing I want to do is just cut a fresh piece of cord here. Just want a nice sharp knife. I'm actually going to cut off the end here, just to, like I said, get a nice fresh start. And then I'm going to get a piece about, I don't know, maybe 5 inches long or so, just to start off here. Alright, so let me put the other cord aside. Here's my fresh piece of paracord here. Alright, so what you want to do first is burn the ends. Okay, you can see the inner strands are exposed. You can use any lighter for this. I happen to be using a Zippo because I'm going to make a Zippo video soon. But what you want to do here, and I'll put this on the table to keep it steady. I did make a video showing how to burn the ends here, but there's a little tip I can give you. And that is, once you get this where it's starting to melt, you want to real quickly just spin your fingers like this, okay? Just like this on the tip. You want to get a nice narrow point on this as opposed to just a glob. If I were to let this melt, if it caught fire and I blew it out, I would have a glob of plastic, and that would be very hard to maneuver in and out of my cord ends, as well as your knife, your lanyard hole. So what we want to do here is just put it by the heat, turn a little bit. Before it's even melted, blow on it, give it a second or two. You don't want to burn yourself. And kind of spin it. So I didn't let it get hot enough. It didn't really point out, but let's try that again. So there we have it. It's not as pointy as I would like, but it's not a glob either. Let me remelt that and try it again. There we go. It's a little better. So the ends are burnt, but it's not a big old glob. Okay, so let's put that aside for now. And actually, you know what? Let me take that back out. I have to do my other side here. Let's do the other side. And again, we're trying to get kind of somewhat of a point on this, so it's easy to go through the holes that we need, both on the cord end and, like I mentioned, on your actual lanyard. So the other end's the same. It's not extremely pointy, but it's not a glob either. So it's about the same diameter as the cord itself. Alright, so now we got our little piece of cord. I don't have a knife here to demonstrate. This one happens to not have a lanyard hole on it, so I can't use this. I don't have anything laying around. You have to assume that I just basically put this through my knife. Let's say here's my knife lanyard hole. Okay, just put it through your lanyard hole, and then you have your 2 ends. Now you want to put your cord end on. Now, as I said, there's a couple different styles here. I'm going to do this one last because it's the hardest. But these are very easy to use. They have a little spring in them. Okay, what you can do is you push that down, and then you put either one or both ends. In this case, it's going to be both ends. So let me put those together. And you want to push the spring down and push both ends through. Okay, sometimes you have to twist a little bit. And there's your cord end. Now this is a little bit big for a knife. This is more suited for, you can make jacket zipper pulls, or even for your gear bags you can put zipper pulls. This is also really good for if you wear hoodies. you know, the two little drawstrings from your hood that are hanging down. You can kind of keep those together with one of these. And basically it's nice and tight. If I pull on this, it's not going anywhere. But when you depress the spring and relieve the pressure, you can adjust this for whatever length you want. So pretty cool. This one here is the exact same thing, but it's a different style. As you can see here, this is more of a ball shape, a little bit bigger. Works the exact same way. You can put both ends through here. And it's a nice big hole, so it's real easy to do. You don't have to twist it or anything. And just push them. Well, actually I got the one through. The other one's being a little stubborn. Let's see. Give you this angle. There we go. And it's the exact same thing. It's nice and tight. If you were to put pressure or pull these either direction, it's not going anywhere. But then to relieve pressure, you just push down on this and you can adjust it for length, you know, or take it off. So those two are the same, just two different styles. This is basically the same thing as these, only there's a separate hole for each piece of cord or each end, which I like quite a bit. It's a lot easier to use. So you push the top down, depress it, and then do the same thing for the other side. Now these I have used quite a bit in the past for neck knives. Okay, if I had a neck knife and I put the cord through my Kydex, instead of tying a knot on the end, I would always use one of these. It's real easy to take on and off if you wanted to. If you want to change the length of the cord, you don't have to take out a hard knot or anything like that. Really great for that. And obviously getting on and off is super easy. So you can switch out between different, you can use the same cord for different setups with different knives. Alright, this last one's a little bit tricky. These other ones are very easy to use. They're quick release if you want to take it out. But this last one is kind of, I don't want to say permanent because you can reuse it, but once you clasp it, once you actually fold this over and you clasp it, every time you open it up, it's going to make it less and less as strong. It's going to take the integrity away from them. So I kind of feel like these are a one-time use. But anyway, what you want to do with these is, again, once you have your piece of cord through whatever you want for your lanyard, you put the ends together. Okay, you'll hold it like this, fat end on top, small end on the bottom. You put the cords through this little hole on the bottom, okay, this little square, or right in the middle rather, where it hinges. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to push these through just enough so that the tips are right there. It's kind of hard to see, but they don't cover this little hole, okay, because obviously this end, if I can show you the side of it, this little end here is going to go through that hole, so you don't want to obstruct that area. But you want to put them as high as you can without blocking that. Okay. Now you can see all these little mini plastic spikes. Those are going to hold the cord down. All you have to do is push this over and snap it down. Okay. Now you can see it's snapped in, but it's not completely flat. What you need to do, and I found that almost every single time I have to do this to really get it secure, is get a pair of pliers. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be needle nose pliers, but any pliers, and give it a good squeeze on either side. Okay, so I'm squeezing basically this side right here. I'm squeezing that down and then flipping around, doing the same thing with the other side. Okay, this kind of flattens the cord out a little bit and make sure that it's completely down and secure. So again, both sides, and then I'll even do the top ones, just like that. Now it's completely flat. It's completely secure. No matter, I mean, if I pulled really, really hard, I'm sure it might open up, but for the most part, it's not going anywhere. And there's your lanyard. And obviously this would be on the end of your knife or maybe your jacket zipper or whatever. So that's how it works. Pretty simple. If you wanted to take this off, let's say, I don't know, it's not the right size, or you want to change it or just remove it altogether, all you need to do is get something flat, put it in the top, and then pop it up. So in here I'll use, let's see, I'll use this tool right here, just because it has a nice flat little end on it. Put that in the towards the top here, and just kind of pop up. That'll unhook it, and of course you can reuse this. But every time you flatten it down, and then pop it back up, it's going to make it weaker and weaker. So like I said, I generally only use these once. If for some reason I screw up, they're cheap enough just to throw out and use a new one. But that's the same for all three of these. These just happen to be different colors. They're all the exact same style. So there it is. I hope the video helped you out. If you're interested in these cord ends, like I said, you can get them at countycomm.com. There's lots of different places online you can find these, but I found that countycomm does have some really good prices, and you know, for the most part, I'm already ordering other cool stuff from their site, so it's easy just to throw these in my my basket at the end when I check out. So that's it. Again, hope the video helped you out, and I'm glad to make it for you. All right, take care, guys.